Good evening and welcome to Woman. My two guests this evening are from the Puerto Rican Women's Federation of San Juan, Puerto Rico. We're going to be talking about issues that concern Puerto Rican women in Puerto Rico. With me is Lourdes Vasquez. Lourdes is a teacher by profession and also a founder of the Puerto Rican Women's Federation. She is currently studying for a master's degree at the University of Puerto Rico. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
So is the Federation the first of its kind in Puerto Rico?
It's not the first of our kind. You see, we have this another organization, but it's not a mass organization like the Federation. This organization is called MIA. I think it's a smaller group, a university student group, and it's quite different of our organization.
So it's the largest.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the largest.
About how many women now belong?
300 or more.
What kinds of women belong?
Professionals, we have worker women's. I think it's half and half, you see. You see, it's like an alliance, you call them?
Yes.
Yes. It's a coalition of women in Puerto Rico. And we, our expectation is to have all the women, all Puerto Rican women in this organization.
Do people say that you're copying the women's movement in the United States, or you're
Sure.
influenced?
Sure.
What do you say to that?
Well, at the beginning we were afraid to, but we began to study the history of a woman in Puerto Rico, and we discovered that Puerto Rico has a very serious feminist tradition, see, and we began to publish these documents of women, of this tradition, of this history of women, and so the commentaries hasn't they finish, you see.
Are there myths about Puerto Rican women that really you object to?
Lot of myths that the woman should stay at home, should take care of the children and take care of her husband, that woman doesn't mix with politics, and that woman doesn't have to go to work out in outside jobs, that his only job is to be a housewife. See?
Let's talk about the economic situation of Puerto Rican women for a little bit. What about unemployment? Is it true that there are more unemployed Puerto Rican men than women?
Sure, it's true. It's true because the women receive less pay for the same job, so it's more easier for the industry to have women than men, and I think that's the principal reason why. In the other side, you have the worker woman. Well, we are all workers women, but the woman that works in factories or in large plants, well, I would be consider myself as a worker woman. Well, I am a teacher. I go and work 8 hours, then I have to go back. This has changed a little bit in my house, you see, because of the whole situation of the Federation. But usually I go back and I have to take care of my child, and I have to do the housewife work, all the household work, and then I have to take care. I have to take care of my child, and then the 8-hour working regulations it extends to 16, maybe 20 hours. You see, it's and I am studying too, so I have to when the child began to sleep, I have to begin to study. How come? You see.
So are there things like, for the women who actually work in the factories, are there things like pregnancy benefits, things like that?
Yes, in more or less, in not in every unions, you see, and not all women's are unionized.
Are most not?
Yes,
Most
women in Puerto Rico represent the 80% working in light industry, and they are not unionized.
Yeah.
You see, well, these discriminatory laws were began in Puerto Rico in 1919. And it was okay in that time because the woman works more than 16 hours a day and doesn't have any sanitary facilities.
You're
you
talking
see.
about 16 hours a day in the factory.
Yes. So that's why this first group of laws were made. But in 1942, they make a second group of laws that are still very discriminatory, and then the two groups of laws still are doing his job in Puerto Rico, you see. We want two things, rather to eliminate these discriminatory laws or to include the men in the protective laws, you see.
Yeah.
Which would do the same thing, wouldn't it? In
Yes.
a way.
Yeah.
Do Puerto Rican women have access to other birth control methods?
The pill.
Pill.
Yes, the Puerto Rican woman was used as guinea pigs in 1959.
Yeah, we've all heard of the pill study.
Yes.
Tremendous.
What about
situation.
IUDs and so on? I mean, are there family planning centers and things like that?
Yes, there, the government have family planning center, but this family planning center, you have two alternatives: or you sterilize, or you have the pill. You see, because of the pressure, this is more sophisticated now. You see, and all the media has this propaganda. The television has this propaganda. In order that the woman make the sterilization, or the man the vasectomy. You see, the other day I was looking the television, and this commercial, a man playing basketball, and then in the other side, this man come to his home and take his child, a baby, and tell every man, this is your business too. You see, this is curse you as is curse the woman. So you have to make your vasectomy.
So who, within the family though, whose responsibility is, I mean, who makes the decisions about children and things like that?
The man.
So what you're
Yeah.
objecting to is that you feel that it's being pushed on women.
Yeah.
Yes. That we have no alternative.
Definitely.
You also have some problems with nutrition, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yes, Elena.
How
Yes.
expensive is food?
The
Right.
double as expensive as this country.
Twice as expensive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because everything in Puerto Rico is twice as expensive as in this country. You see, most of the products that are made in Puerto Rico, the U.S. government sent them to this country. Then they go back with the price, and the price is twice as in this country.
Your government has a commission on the status of women, or
Yes, it's
what are they doing?
nothing.
Trying, but
Nothing.
To work with this situation on the exploitation of women, because they have the money to do it, you see.
Yeah, where does the Federation get its money?
We have no money. We have debts.
yeah.
Are
Right
there
now.
lots of women in government, though, that could be helpful to you?
Not so many. You see, in Puerto Rico, you have that the Puerto Rican women have much participation in comparison with Latin American countries, you see. But this participation is a mere pretty participation when you have these cocktails,
Oh,
the
I see.
woman, and everything is nice for the woman, because I, as a lawyer or as a doctor, women doctor or lawyer, can have a servant in my house,
Yeah.
and they my kids are in college, and everything is so nice and beautiful, you see. So I could enjoy it of the year of International Women's Year.
Yeah.
You see. The other thing that happens in Puerto Rico, that the media has how do you say utilizar?
Lourdes, we're almost out of time. We have just a few seconds.
Okay. Okay, that's all.
But I think what you were going to say is that the media is not helping you any either.
No, it's not
No.
really not helping me.
No.
Thank you both for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching, and good night.
Thanks.